For years, George and Amal seemed to be living the perfect life. They had twins together, Ella and Alexander, in 2017, and George became a doting father. Amal, as always, continued to excel in her career, often making headlines for her work with the United Nations and other humanitarian causes. From the outside, everything appeared flawless. But as time went on, fans started noticing that the couple wasn't as visible together as they once were. Where once there had been appearances at red carpets, galas, and intimate getaways, there was now silence. Their social media presence dropped significantly, and it seemed like they were both leading separate lives. Rumors started swirling about possible tension between the couple, with some speculating that the demands of Amal's career were taking a toll on their marriage. One of the key challenges that George and Amal faced in their relationship was the immense pressure that came with being one of the world's most famous couples. With fame, comes an overwhelming level of public scrutiny. Every move they made was analyzed and criticized, especially once they started their family. The couple's public appearances became fewer, and when they did appear, there was always the question of whether they were truly happy. Amal's work was global, and she often had to travel for long periods, sometimes without George. On the other hand, George had his own commitments with the film industry and his philanthropic efforts, making it challenging to balance family life. The separation of their careers, despite both being so incredibly successful, started to raise questions about the strength of their bond. In a recent interview, George Clooney shocked the world when he opened up about his marriage to Amal and the reasons behind their impending divorce. Clooney, who has always been a private person about his relationships, finally addressed the rumors and speculation head-on. According to George, the main issue that led to their separation was the difference in their life goals. While George had always seen himself as someone who could balance fame and family life, Amal's career trajectory had skyrocketed, pushing her further away from the private life George had hoped for. Clooney admitted that the constant attention and public demands made it increasingly difficult to nurture their relationship. He acknowledged that he had underestimated the toll it would take on them both. In addition to this, Clooney revealed that one of the major contributing factors was the pressure that came with raising twins. Although he described parenthood as rewarding, he admitted that the balancing act of juggling both the demands of their careers and their family life caused significant stress. The couple tried their best to make it work, but over time, the strain proved to be too much. While George has been candid about his struggles, Amal has remained more private. However, sources close to Amal have said that she never wanted a high-profile marriage in the first place. She was focused on her career and didn't foresee the challenges that would arise from being married to someone as famous as George Clooney. Amal, it seems, is more comfortable in the background, making waves with her legal work rather than being in the public eye. The conflict of their lifestyles and goals was something they couldn't ignore. As George Clooney approaches his 64th birthday, the once immovable bond between him and Amal seems to be coming to an end. While they will continue to co-parent their children, their marriage has become another casualty of the high demands of fame, public attention, and different aspirations. Their story, however, is far from tragic. George continues to be an advocate for various global causes, and Amal remains one of the most influential legal minds of her generation. So, what does the future hold for George Clooney after his separation from Amal? Will he return to bachelor life, or is there someone else waiting in the wings? While George has kept things private, some close friends say that he is focusing on his children and his charity work for now. He is reportedly planning to spend more time in his Italian villa and continue his humanitarian efforts. For Amal, her focus will undoubtedly remain on her legal career and philanthropic work. Despite the personal challenges she has faced, she has always been determined to make a difference in the world, and it's likely that she'll continue to do so with or without George by her side. As for their twins, George and Amal have committed to raising them together, ensuring they have the most stable environment possible. It's clear that their children's well-being is the priority for both of them. George Clooney's divorce from Amal has been one of the most talked about events in recent years, and it's hard to ignore the fact that a lot of the world had hoped this power couple would last. However, as we now know, even the strongest relationships face their struggles. In the end, it seems that their different priorities, lifestyles, and the pressure of public life were too much for them to overcome. But this isn't the end of their story. only the beginning of a new chapter for both of them. Outro. And that's it for today, folks. What do you think of George Clooney's shocking revelation about his divorce from Amal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exclusive celebrity updates and juicy gossip. You won't want to miss our next video, so hit that notification bell, too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.